Hello, people. I wanted to take a moment to reflect on the current political noise that's going on in Kenya, particularly emerging from the Rift Valley. This I'm doing in reference to a message from one Oscar Sudi directed at President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, in that message, there are a few things that we could easily identify. They have to do with the level of frustration, the bitterness, the anger, and the rage that characterize the ongoing fallout between President Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto. Now, it was expected that this kind of frustration would, eventually come to pass, especially because we indeed did expect that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto were going to finally go separate ways. Now, this frustration and this anger does communicate something to us. And this is the focus of my reflection this time. What is it that we can learn as a people from the kind of discourse and the political rhetoric that is emerging out of the Rift Valley? The people of the Rift Valley, particularly the politicians, feel betrayed because they supported Uhuru Kenyatta and the people of Mount Kenya, particularly the Kikuyu, 2 times in a row. And they genuinely, somehow, did expect that indeed Uhuru Kenyatta and his people were going to do what they call returning the hand, kulipa deni, to pay back. And now it's dawning on them that actually Uhuru Kenyatta and his team and his community may not return the favor after all. Now, this is very frustrating. And this is making people genuinely angry. And that's why we are seeing the kind of rage that is emerging out of the Rift Valley. But besides this, I think my point is here. We as the people of Kenya need to learn a thing or two from this kind of politics. Politicians will always betray each other. It's a fact of life. As they say, there are no permanent enemies and friends in politics. So Ruto and Uhuru are no longer friends. They cannot be expected to work together. So Uhuru has moved on. Now, where does this leave us? Having learned that politicians will always betray each other, we need to seize and come into the mainstream of the political discourse in our country. We need to take our politics seriously. So if there is anything that we need to learn from the betrayal that is ongoing of William Ruto by Uhuru Kenyatta, is that we need to interrogate what it is that politicians tell us, what impact it has, and implications on our lives in the now, here, and time to come. We are now going to reap the mistake of 2012, 2013, when we allowed Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto to lie to us. They lied to us, and we know it. Their unity and their pact was formed on violence and formed on a lie. Violence because their 2 communities had been fighting each other. a lie, because they had told us that by shaking a hand and by coming together and by agreeing to work together and forging, this elite pact, then therefore the issues that underlie the differences between the Kikuyu and the Kalenjin had therefore been resolved and put to rest. That was a lie. So now we are seeing that those issues are going to emerge, and we can expect that it's going to be bad as we move towards 2022, and we need to perhaps not allow the politicians too much of a leeway to run away with this discourse, but we as the people need to start thinking about what is it that we can do to genuinely start addressing some of the issues that make our communities, make our people turn against each other around election times. So these are issues that we really need to start engaging with a little bit more deeply and with the seriousness that it deserves, as opposed to leaving the politicians to shape this narrative, to come up with some, temporal, arrangements in their quest for power, and then we move on as if there are no issues that we need to discuss and find solutions to. Thank you.